Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend Modded with improved AI. We're going to have to clean up our play a little bit. I'm having a couple of rough games, but I think the basic idea of what we're doing here is salvageable. I basically just need to be a little bit smarter about a couple of things. Number one, I really need to get out to the water sooner, if I'm going to try to get out to the water. And number two, of course, is that I have to pay more attention to making sure that the steps of our faction quest are completable as quickly as possible. We know what they all are now, or at least most of them. So we can definitely clean it up. We can definitely make it happen faster. So I'm noticing that. Okay, here's one. I was gonna say I'm noticing that our starting region seems to be pretty low on anomalies. And that this region has an anomaly near the coast and wine. And Gelderus, who are like pretty good units. So I'm wondering if maybe we should in fact settle up here. Wow, nothing. Bad luck right away. It would be cool if we could settle down near this anomaly. I guess there's not really any forest to take advantage of down there, though. What can we do? We could settle directly on top of the wine this turn. Right now. 8, 3, 5, 10 is pretty bad, though. Well, this is a very low industry start, basically no matter what we do. I could start here, which is a lot better, but doesn't give us quick sea access. Although we could wrangle some quick sea access out of this. This might be the way to go, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh wow, okay, and then extending out here gets me 2 more anomalies. That's actually wonderful. Alright, we figured it out. I think that was the right play. Alright, so let's queue up. I do think that it's still right to go after Language Square, and in fact I think we're going to pop our dude onto Science here because Language Square in 5 turns is unacceptably slow. So we're going to get Language Square and then move this guy back to Industry. We had to get moving on our faction quest and on our pacifications. So let's check the legendary deeds right quick. Be the first to pacify 8 villages in order to gain this reward. That's possible. That's totally doable. We'll have to get a little bit lucky with our quests, but we might be able to pull that off. And be the first to activate 4 luxury boosters to get 130 emeralds. Okay. So nothing incredible going on there, but I'm certainly not going to turn up my nose at 130 emeralds. We can use those for trade. And of course our faction quest wants us to search for ruins. We knew that was going to be. So did I move us into a region that doesn't have strategics? I may have. Alright, so this will be ruin number 2. This can be ruin number 3. The next part of our faction quest is to pacify and then assimilate a faction. Oh, this region has glass, steel, and titanium. Alright, we probably want to end up settling down here. I feel confident that we made the right move by not rushing to settle in a crappy location on the first turn, though. We could settle down here, maybe, if we want to settle near the coast. Get some forest and some anomaly with our coastline. So we're going to have to assimilate the Gelderus to move our faction quest past the next step. So hopefully they're going to give us an easy quest. Okay, 70 dust. That's also very lucky. We are, we're not having bad luck so far. Things are looking pretty okay. We got 10 Quicksilver out of that. Quicksilver, unfortunately, is one of the worst resources of the second era. It would have been neat if that was, Moonleaf or Titan Bones or something. Spread out your force and find the perfect new region to colonize. Oh, you know what? There's a couple different versions of this. Because I think Step 2 has been assimilate at least once. But that's fine. We can definitely do that. So we'll come down here and colonize down here, like I was saying. Can I... If I pull this dude off science... Yeah, it would add a turn to the research. I don't want to do that. Actually, we probably want sewer system before seed storage. So we have enough dust to rush something. Do I want to rush sewer system? Just push us up into happy? Yeah, I think the benefits of that are significant enough that doing it quite a bit earlier is valuable. And actually, that pushes us up to... That'll push us up to 80%. So popping this should get us to 90 then and make us fervent, right? I think. Alright, unfortunately we need to move through here, so I'm going to wait a turn until we have a little bit more movement, because I want to make sure we know all of the tiles in this region. It may have resources yet unrevealed to us. Okay, the augmented extractor tech is available to us if we just build some extractors. That's pretty nice. Doubles the rate of extraction for your early, your Era 1 luxury resources. These guys want 8 of our titanium. That could happen. I could be convinced to part with 8 titanium, I think. These guys want me to produce 5 of everything in Balthor for 5 turns, and they'll give us 15 wine, which is valuable. How are we doing on 5 of everything? Okay, we'd have to, well, the sewer system will put us on 2. I mean, we still have to assign 2 guys to influence for a few turns. So that might have to wait for a minute. Where are you going to go? Yeah, I guess he's just going to walk right back up here. There also might be another village over here or something. Wine. So that is 2 sources of wine, and indeed a second Gelderus village. So now we can, in just this region, we can get our augmented extractor quest finished, which is pretty cool. We'll be pulling wine in at such a rate that we will not be able to expend it all. We don't see any other players yet. We met Blue at the beginning of the game. They are Draken. But I don't see a hint of other player land yet, which possibly bodes very well for us. In Parandy, destroy a Goran village to get some stuff. Do I know where Parandy is? I do. It's that village. Okay, Gorans are not totally ideal to fight with Wildwalkers. They're fairly beefy cavalry units. They, not that fun to fight with archers. Okay, titanium. I'm glad I came all the way out here. So I feel pretty good about most of the things that have happened so far. This is a promising start. Oh, and when it's a promising start, and actually always, I should remember to give you guys access to the seed. The seed value here is 213-208-698. I don't know why I read it out loud like anybody's taking dictation. You're all just going to pause the video so that you can enter it into the game. So, alright, so once you guys have... I mean, we could push the settler even earlier than we normally would. It would be 6 turns to make a settler right now. We're going to have Mill Foundry up in 3. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. We're going to get a really early settle so that we can push our faction quest forward even faster. Alright, I think our hero is going to plan to be a governor. We see another player. It's Pink. Pink is roving clans. He cannot declare war on us, but what he can do is attack us like a total dickhead for no reason. And to no benefit. Okay, here's his land. So we know that Pink is, first of all, a jerk, and secondly, roving clans. Alright, if he settles into Mathanir, that would put a little bit of a squeeze on us, actually. So maybe our first settle should be Mathanir. We don't have to worry about antagonizing him too much, because like I said, he's roving clans, and he cannot declare war. Yeah, so I think we want to try to hem him in, rather, if we can. I don't think I want to run these two armies together. Let's just try to go back to base, basically. That's how we're going to evade constant attacks by his fast cavalry units. We're just going to go back home. Alright, I think I'm not going to spend any dust because I want to buy the mill foundry as soon as research finishes. Run! Run from the cavalry! Okay, these are the guys who wanted me to do that. So unfortunately, Mathanir is a one-village region. So completing this pacification quest will not give us a lot of points toward the completion of that legendary deed. Man, I wish I wasn't injured from having to retreat. That would make it a lot easier to go after those guys. Thought I had my hero selected. Yep. Pink just attacking us over and over again. Again, this is not beneficial to them. It's basically just shitty. It's just them being mean. It is beneficial to attack enemy units to push them away from stuff, but he's not pushing us away from anything except his border, which he knows we could already see, because he was where we were. What do we need? What do we need the most? We kind of need science, actually. Yeah, an early mercenary market isn't crazy either, especially when you've had some good luck with dust from ruins and your income is in a good place. But I think we need the science more. And let us do that. Please, wander a little too close to Balthier. Now see, for me, attacking him is a little bit more sensible because I'm going to at least get XP out of it. So if I attack this guy right here, I think we're too far out. Nope, we are not too far out. The city does indeed get to play along. Oh, I can't quite merge up. That's a shame. Alright, and he's willing to stand and fight because the AI mostly considers the active armies, does not consider the reinforcements to be as powerful as the active armies. And I understand what they're saying there, but I think they overdo it a little bit. So if we lose a ranger in the early game, it's not the end of the world. It sucks, but rangers are relatively cheap. And I'm fairly confident that our militia will be able to handle this threat. Oh, they landed their stun. That's annoying. Would you please just attack the thing that's close to you? Wow, dervishes are actually pretty bad units. I'm very surprised at how much damage they are dealing here. And again with the stun, man. Sometimes units deal damage on the turn that they are stunned, and sometimes they don't. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to that. Okay, well, this was better for us than it was for him, I think, but not by very much. Nope, never mind. It totally wasn't. I have to say, I am surprised at how many times we dealt 0 damage there. Surprised is maybe not a good word. I am upset at how many times we dealt 0 damage there. That was definitely far in excess of the expected value. Oh, our settler finished a turn early because of the buyout. That's right, because of the buyout of the Bill Foundry. So where are we settling in Mathanir? Well, I think it makes sense to settle in the forest near one of the anomalies. Which one is best? 615, 10-2, 418, 7-2. I think we gotta go for the one that has the little bit of extra food. Extra food and science. Get a little bit of growth going. Plus, this is a little closer to the city. I mean, only a little tiny bit, but it might be a turn worth of movement or something for a unit at some point. Like, it could matter. Colonize this region. That seems somewhat unlikely. Alright, so Pink has done a great job of just being a total unreasonable dickhead. He will not, however, get the best of us, because he can't declare war to punish us for forward settling him. So I'm just going to be obnoxious to him right back. Oh, another 70 dust. Very lucky. Make sure that that's entered in so that we can mash this button here. And now you can get the hell out of my territory. Alright, produce 25 industry in your new city. I shall. I don't anticipate that being difficult at all. In fact, we're almost there already. In 4 turns we'll be... Honestly, do I just want to pump the mill foundry out? I think I do. Let's just buy my mill foundry, get the sewer system running, and try to get us to a... try to get us back to a place where maybe fervency is available. And I think we're going to start bringing this unit back home. So, at this point, we could put 1 unit onto influence for 5 turns. And that would get us the pacification of the Gelderus. That's probably worth doing, I think. We're going to need a little bit more influence than usual to get our empire plan anyway. What are we talking about here? It's going to be 40 per branch. So either 40 or 80. Probably. Right now we are at... we're getting paid 7 more times. So this 6 would not quite get us to 80. Well, that's fine. We can take just plus 20% science. That's totally acceptable. What do these guys want? They want there to be no enemy in this region. That actually is fairly likely. We'll probably get that. Yeah, Pink is gonna grouse at us, but they can't actually do anything about it. Alright, so now we need to get our army going. Unfortunately, we can't actually finish that quest until we have meritocratic promotion. So science needs to be our focus for the moment. Yeah. What do we need? We need 4 more techs. So we're going to need to pick up Mercenary Market at some point, but it's probably going to make more sense to pick up Empire Mint first. I'd like to get ships. We need to get a 3rd settler out too. Maybe Balther can look into the 3rd settler after we get the library finished. We're gonna expand really quickly this game because we've been given an opening. And also, in part, because we are not likely to get punished for it. We still don't have any strategics, but since we're less likely to get declared on early in the game, they're less important. Where's our hero at? He's down to 91. Every turn, it will become slightly cheaper to resurrect him, and at some point, cheap enough for us to actually bother. Alright, what would it take me to build me a settler here? 5 turns? So I could get him out, I could get him down right after turn 20? That's probably worth doing. The capital's being kept small a little bit here, but it will grow quickly after we stop pumping settlers out of it. It has a lot of food. Okay, so now we have the ability for more gold to come in. I think let's get Open Pit Mine and Alchemist's Furnace. And then I guess Mercenary Market. And we will get Topography, but maybe not right this second. Although getting topography would help us push the faction quest a little faster, wouldn't it? You know what? Let's delay this slightly. I definitely want to get the wine. The open pit mine is for sure. We need the alchemist furnace up, not even just for combat, but also because I'd like to be able to build alchemy workshops. So we need to get the titanium mining pretty quickly. I think... yeah, I think this is sensible. You know what? I think maybe we even want to move it up. Okay, we got 15 gold. Is there much of a reason to hold on to this? I don't think so. I think we can just pop it now. Get that little bit of extra money every turn. So we'll get the third city shortly after turn... what do you call it? Shortly after turn 20. Oh, my food is... I haven't been getting food because while we're making the settler, the food is reduced to 0. So that's why I was wondering why the minor faction quest hadn't been completed yet. But it's because I haven't had 5 consecutive turns where I wasn't making a settler in quite some time. Alright, 5 glass steel, that's okay. Alright, like I said, I think this... well... we did end up with enough influence. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I think so. It's fairly likely that at some point we're going to want to switch people to dust in the near future. Okay, and then as soon as we get this settler out, we'll be making progress toward this minor faction quest. Actually, did we... okay, it has been counting. It doesn't have to be 5 consecutive turns. So we only have to do it for 2 more turns. And that'll get me 2 more points of population to work in Balther, as well as the ability to assimilate a minor faction that has a pretty good assimilation bonus. Let's get our archers the hell out of here before they get attacked by Gorin. So what, it's down here somewhere, right? I'm not 100% sure where we're settling yet, but it's in this area for sure. Okay. Empire Mint, wine extractor, wine extractor. And that'll mean we have 4 wine coming in per turn. 2 extractors doing 2 points each. Okay, we can buy you back. Do I want to use you as an army hero for now, or as a well, the big benefit of having our one existing hero as a governor right now is expedience on building stuff, and we do have some stuff that needs building. Alright, 1 more turn of this, and we should be able to move that guy back to industry in that city. I'm definitely very happy about our decision to move to Balther before the initial settle, though. That has really worked out well. Alright, we got 15 wine, which we will use now, right before settling again. Okay, let's actually figure this out. So we want to be coastal. 8699. Again, right, it doesn't make sense to found up here and then expand to the coast. We are only going to have 6 industry. If we settle over here, we get a little bit less... we get 1 less dust right now, but it's easier for us to expand into this anomaly later. I think that's going to be what does it. We can have 15 industry, though. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just build a burrow. It'll be fine. So you need to... I mean, we need... What did these guys want? These guys wanted... Right, this is the ones that wanted that village in Parandy destroyed. If we can get a couple more units, plus our hero, we can do this thing. We can push to Parandy. Alright, let's assign the hero as oh, that I already assigned him as a governor. What am I thinking? Well, we can pop him off later and have him do that. Or we might even be able to manage the hiring of a second hero. So I guess your job is going to be to go and explore the part of Parandy that we haven't seen yet? Alright, yeah, we're making okay money now. I was gonna... where are we at? We're still fervent, actually. Remarkably, we remained fervent. So I'm going to have to assimilate these guys before I can finish the next step of my faction quest anyway. We may as well do it now. And I was pretty pleased with the results we had with the Gelderus and Dakari Ranger army in that game a couple games ago. I think this should work out well. This guy's pillaging that village. There's not a whole lot I can do about it at the moment. Alright, we should be able to keep the... let's get seed storage up further. Probably behind the sewer, though. Man, this city has a lot of useful stuff to build. There are 2 emerald deposits. Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, the wine extractor should mean that we basically never have to be without a free plus 30 approval again. So I'm thinking that bodes pretty well for us. Red's being pretty aggressive. Should we try to settle Grodej quickly? What do I want from you? I probably want units, right? Like, we gotta get our army built back up. Alright, there's no settler in that army. This village wants us to come back with 3 minor faction units. That is something that could happen, but I suspect that village won't exist anymore by the time we are in a position to do that. Yeah, we got beaten to our pacification value. We ended up with a lot of regions that only had 1 village in them, which definitely hurts when you're trying to pacify 8. In fact, this is the first region we saw that has 2 villages. Oh no, this region did, that's right. So we were totally on 2. That's not totally ideal, but frankly, that's like the first thing that's gone majorly wrong for us so far here. Except for that combat. Alright, cool. Alright, we need meritocratic promotion. Actually, I guess we don't have to rush to this, though. Because the thing that's holding us back isn't actually meritocratic promotion, it's the production of the units. How fast can we get them done? Oh, you don't have to be on this anymore. We need 2 ice wargs. And... okay, so we got 7 turns. Actually, if we do alchemical alloys first, the research of meritocratic promotions might end up being our holdup. Alright, so let's get in position, get ready to group up and do some damage. And the ruin we have to search is up here by Mathanir. So I guess that works out well with us creating the faster units involved there and the slower ones in Mathanir. Okay, that's not a bad time for winter to fall. Could be a lot worse. Actually, you know what? Before we even research alchemical alloys, I'm going to go back and get Mercenary Market, because we're starting to have a lot of money. We can actually make use of it. And once we have Mercenary Market, we could potentially hire mercenary ships. We don't have to actually get a ship design. I'm not 100% sure that that's a good use of our dust, but it is an option we will have at least. I really want to fight these neutral armies that are wandering around. I mean, I guess we're in the second era, aren't we? I should be I should be producing units that already have armor on. Although, it is less pressing, what with the AI not having the ability to even declare war on us. I guess we share a border with Red now, don't we? Yeah. Okay, so let's cancel the units that don't have any effort put into them yet and replace them with the sturdier units. So we can do retrofits. Do I want to try to recruit a hero instead? I think I might rather wait and not use my dust until after I see what the market looks like. So do I want Grotedge? If Red settles us in by taking Grotedge, then that leaves us with 4 regions, unless Pink also settles Parandy. Yeah, it might not be good, actually, for us to wait. This guy with his pillaging is a real issue. Hey. Well, we have an opportunity here, so let's grab this dude while he's wandering past the city. If we lose our ranger, we lose our ranger. I'm not too worried about it. Why would you guys target this way? Why don't you target the one that you are closest to? Oh, they're fast. There we go. This is a little bit more like how I thought the battle against Pink's guys was going to go. Apparently we really needed that second level to get enough initiative to go before the cavalry. I mean, I guess this Dakari Ranger does have iron boots on, and boots do give you initiative, I believe. Not a huge amount, but enough. Oh, Mathonier's going to lose population. That's not okay. And no, in fact, that was not a Dakari Ranger 2 in the city. It's just one that was level 2. So little tiny differences in stats add up to a lot sometimes. Okay, the gold's run out. But we're still fervent because we managed to get all of our sewers finished. And like I said, we should be able to stay in wine forever. Alright, Meritocratic promotion is up. Now we're just waiting on the units to be completed. Unfortunately, winter is hurting us a little bit on that front. What do I want to do with you? Nothing, really. What I want is for winter to end. So we can get our dust going, too. Yeah, you're pretty much just standing still waiting. Alright, Dardagar's Empire Mint will be done soon, and that'll push us back into positive dust at least. In 4 turns we'll have the troops necessary to push the faction quest forward. That'll be turn 35. It's not entirely awesome. Seriously, winter needs to end. Okay. Keep the wine active. So we're only at +9. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than that. Ah, but that was the 4th booster. So we have our 130 emeralds, which is pretty fantastic. Okay, I'm going to attack this guy. What does next winter look like? We have no idea. I don't have an altar. Dude is finally finishing his pillages over there. What's he going to do now? He's going to go pillage our titanium extractor, probably. Okay, so let's have a look at prices. Boarding vessels are pretty expensive. Heroes are slightly more so. There is not another Wildwalkers hero available. But we can always just... I mean, we're actually going to complete the step of our faction quest that wants us to have a Wildwalker hero before we're even able to afford something from the marketplace, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, I can't imagine this being very dangerous. I know they're ranged and everything, but still, they're just not very good units. And the way that they utilize their stun and heal thing that they can do to allies usually makes them even worse units in AI hands. Even worse than they already are. Alright, this army should be more than capable of putting down that Gorin village as well. Unfortunately, the reward of 15 spices that we're going to get for doing so is a little bit less impressive than it once was, since it's no longer enough to pop a booster even. So I think I probably want to allow Dust to build up and try to buy a hero rather than doing retrofits. I think I'll just let some of my units be out of date. Once we have all these units built, like now that Balther doesn't have anything particularly pressing to build, although the Geomic Labs would be a good idea, we gotta figure out where we want to put that next settler. Somebody built a museum. Interesting. Come on, you merchant. There we go. He's not leveling up very quickly. Maybe I should be keeping my hero out in the army for longer. Alright, so once we've got this settler built, we can head to Grodedge if it's still unsettled. I don't really like it very much, but we can just like drop down to the middle of this forest. That should be sufficient. We could head north instead. There's more wine, not that we need it. There's an anomaly near a bunch of rivers and stuff. Yeah, maybe that's worth doing. And I think I want to make Dardogar the city where I level things up. The city where I level up the districts. Instead of Mathanir, because I want to get out to the water as well. Let me think. If I did a triangle like this, it would allow me to pick that up, so I think that's going to be the plan. Why don't we move this up a little bit? Okay, and this will be the turn for this. Actually, it will not, because I cannot move this army fast enough to get them to the ruin. Alright. Yeah, Greenwich is a crappy region. I can't let Red settle it or we'll be trapped. That sucks. Parandy is really where I want to go. I think for strategic reasons we need to take Greenwich, and maybe Jamaj if they let us. I doubt that they will, but it wouldn't be bad to have. Okay, so you guys go here, you guys pop out and then join them, and then we grab our hero and search the ruin. Okay, and now Mathanir has to be protected for a little while. Should be easy enough. We need to deal with this village's problem, but I think that's going to have to wait until after we make sure the region stays clear. I actually don't have vision of the whole place. There we go. There could have been resources there. It could have been useful. Alright, I think we maybe want to switch Balther over to making dust after this settler gets popped out. Can I move some guys over right now? maybe not. Maybe I can't move anybody. Okay, well, we want to make sure that gets done. You guys have to die. We probably don't have to manually manage that. Yeah. It would be pretty easy to do a retrofit. Alright, we're doing really well on science, and I think I want to keep pushing that. Actually, do I want to go back and get a boat? We really don't have the money to buy heroes and ships. Yeah, let's go get the boarding vessel design. In 3 turns, we can start building a boarding vessel. It's turn 40. It's a little later than is maybe ideal. But I think it should be early enough to at least allow us to compete for some of the ocean areas. And then we probably want to... Man, do I want to build another settler and just like... Yeah, you know what? Let's fan out. Oh, you don't need to be doing that anymore for sure. Wait a second. You didn't actually move over. There we go. Surprise, surprise, the Draken are earning influence. Who would have thought? So we still haven't met Red yet, which to my mind is a pretty significant advantage. Alright, we've got this settler. I don't feel totally safe running this path, but we want to settle in the southern part of Grodage, so I think it makes sense. Go to, like, here. Boy, I sure hope I don't lose a settler to an army of the Sisters of Mercy. That would be embarrassing. Do I want to be... Yeah, I want to be expanding here. That's right. There's an incredibly good expand available to me right away. Alright, 2 turns off of boarding vessel. Hopefully, hopefully we're going to be able to get a couple of easy faction quests here. Or easy Fomorian quests. Yep. I'm really glad they attacked me, because that leaves my action point intact, and I can attack these guys the same turn. Alright. That ought to do it for our faction quest. I think we should be clear now. Lots of quests all over the place are getting failed as the villages get destroyed. Red is forgotten. Oh man, I hate that. The Forgotten are terrible neighbors. Well, we all of a sudden have... Okay. My computer's been doing this thing lately where sometimes, if I move in my chair at all, it will decide that the microphone has been unplugged, despite the fact that the microphone has not been unplugged. And, I mean, you heard the sound, right? The little window sound that it makes when a USB device is lost. But you didn't hear the sound that it makes when a USB device is gained. It thought the microphone was unplugged. It does not think that I have plugged the microphone back in, but it does think the microphone is still plugged in, so figure that one out. We have actually been producing a ton of influence, so we don't need the plus 25 approval thing. Oh, well, we're about to pop out 2 more settlers, though. Maybe it would be worth doing this. You know what? I'm gonna try to. We're gonna see if we can keep approval high without doing that. Alright, so this research is done. I think it's definitely time to pick up the alchemy workshop, and we need to get our boarding vessel out right now. In addition, this city actually should have been transferred to Dust earlier. Okay, so how expensive is a hero right now? 409? Well, a little over 400. So it'll be a couple of turns. On the whole, though, not bad. And it looks like we are, in fact, going to get Grodage. I'm assuming that this is going to be the right place to settle. Yeah, 12-18-3-2 seems okay. Alright, Faction Quest is moving forward. We got our Survival Instinct, which allows us to run real fast sometimes. Raise a new city center and a new district to their level 2. Okay, we are going to be faster on this than we were last time. Unfortunately, we are not in a position where we can really take advantage of any Pearl districts. I could make the triangle like this instead and have this be a luxury intensifier, but that is kind of sucky. I think what I'm going to do instead is just make this the place where the husbandry center lives. Alright. You need to pop that settler out, and I think... Do I want to settle coastal here? This actually isn't really coastal. Because the water tiles are not in the same region. At least wait, I don't understand the meaning of this border. I guess... No, wait, where's the... Huh, we're gonna have to get a unit up there and investigate that. Because I don't know why that's like that. We can't see part of the border, and it makes it a little tricky to tell what's going on. I do think we're going to start just burrowing out all over the place. So, what's my triangle in this region? We definitely want to reach out and get this anomaly. Well, I guess let's start there. Let's reach out and get that anomaly. I am harming our approval, though, by doing that. Maybe a better thing to do would just be to produce more units. Let's actually update the unit design one more time to take advantage of our new weapons. Okay, for some reason that didn't equip. Usually you can double-click on an item to make it jump into the equip slot. Alright, yeah, let's try to be ready for war. Because I think that the war is basically inevitable. Oh, hey, look. It's a roaming boarding vessel, here just to make my boarding vessel's life more difficult from the moment it launches. Alright, This warg is coming to... Oh, you are kidding me. And it's only because I didn't mash this button at the beginning of the turn. You know what? We're going to reload the autosave, and I'm going to remember to mash the follow your orders button. And then Red's going to declare war on me, and we're going to kill the hell out of them. It is worth noting that it's a little tricky to fight Forgotten with archers, because the assassin is actually a pretty mobile unit, and they get their own archers in Era 2. So, a battle against the Forgotten with Dakari Rangers is far from a foregone conclusion. Hopefully, we will be able to manage it. Yeah, I had a guy in position, all ready to go. Okay, obviously don't include you. And the Minotaurs came to us this time, which is nice because it means we get to use our militia. We probably want to start, further away from them so that the militia get to do some stuff in the fight. Okay, I don't know why Anybody would be trying to target the back Minotaur. Let's all focus on killing this guy, shall we? Actually, I needed to set up slightly differently to get everybody clean shots. Some of these people are not actually going to be able to attack this turn. And the Gelderists doing what they do, which is apparently sitting still with no attack animations while totally wrecking face. That guy took 108 damage on that attack. That is crazy. Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, the border does go right here. It's just under the water for some reason. So settling our city right here would make it coastal because there is one space that's inside the region that is coast. So yeah, that sounds fine, actually. Let's get you up here. Yeah, that's not bad. This battle's going to look awfully familiar with one important difference. This guy gets to go all the way over here and just hide. Do I want to maybe keep my ice wargs out of it entirely? No, probably not. But I do want the hero in front a little bit more. Okay, your job is to flee. Okay, 22. That's a little bit more like what I was expecting. Okay, check it out. 15 spices. And then we come back to them and they give us 80 dust. I don't actually hate 80 dust right now. That's pretty good. Do I want to just go ahead and do the retrofit? No, I want to buy heroes. But heroes are expensive. And I didn't use my I didn't use my wine before settling. That's a shame. Alright, 68's not too bad. We have 2 new cities where we need to build mill foundries and sewers. And once we have the sewers up, things should be a little bit more friendly. It probably will not take us out of happy, though. We will not be fervent. Okay, religious fervor. Yeah. Come on. Something immediately worth it. 50 dust. That's, it's fine. So yeah, this city is going to get the husbandry center up, and then it is going to push super, super hard on population for a while because we need to actually get to 10 pop, I think. It'll be fine. Oh, the capital needs to keep building stuff too, sure. We probably don't want to build another settler yet. I think we could just produce some military units. How long does it take me to build a ranger? Yeah, I'd like to have two functional armies worth of troops. We're going to have to kill Red. You cannot peacefully coexist with Forgotten. They will plant spies in all your cities and make everything way harder than it needs to be and just generally be horrible jerks. What's going on here? Huh. Well, okay, I mean, this is what we wanted to happen. It's just a little graphical glitch. You guys are still out of the fight. Alright, we're just going to strong side this guy. No, do not. How do they decide? How do they decide? How do they do it? How did I decide that this is the dude who needs focusing on? Alright, he only has 111 health and he has 29 defense, so actually it should be pretty easy to burn these guys down. And they even do me the kindness of going after my militia instead of, like, my hero or something. Alright, so is that all of my regions pretty much under control? We gotta talk to these guys, and that'll pacify this village, and then we have a minor faction over here who needs dealt with. And then once that's done, I'm gonna move our hero here back off of this army. Okay, we've been settled in, but we managed to snag 5 regions instead of getting settled in on 3 or something, so I don't feel too bad about it. Oh, you know what? We could still make the altar in Dardogar. We don't have our altar yet, because I never bothered to get 10 pearls. Which is something that will probably change pretty quickly with me out on the sea now. Come on, easy quest. Give them 100 dust. You know what? We found a bunch of dust just now. I feel comfortable doing that. Bring 10 titanium to the listening post in Strahd to get 80 of my dust back. That's very reasonable. And a source of Titan bones is fantastic. I would be overjoyed about that. Alright, let's hire another hero. So, we could hire a proper army hero, or we could hire another governor. If we're hiring an army hero, I'd probably want it to be somebody who has range, who is the ranged type, rather. Army boost 2 is not horrible, and I like a lot of heroes as fighters. When they're in dark form, they're pretty powerful. Army boost 2, damage boost 1 with slavery. Army defense boost 3 is okay. Health boost 2. Science boost 1, expansion support 1. That's an interesting hero. Not a very good commander, obviously. Well, defense boost 3 is not a bad trait. What is that? 15 plus 40%. And as a vaulter, she has built-in long range. But I probably want a governor more than anything. Yeah, alright, let's take the hero who has slavery. As horrible as that sounds. And put them to work in the capital, maybe? No, probably in Parendy. Parendy has 2 villages. We don't actually have all of Parendy revealed, I just realized. Alright, let's flush this, and then our regions are safe. We're going to do some rebuilding in some of them. There's a lot of dead minor factions. Okay, we did it. These guys just want me to talk to other fortresses. That's totally something I can do. We can swing through these pearls on the way back west. If we could capture this region before anybody else can get to it, that would be pretty good. I don't see any coastal cities from Red, but we do only see one of their cities. And again, with the settling directly on the edge of the region. Especially strange here, because this settle and this settle are very similar, except this one gets more territory. Okay, I don't need to manual that. So why don't we make Dardogar... Well, I was going to say why don't we make Dardogar where we put this hero, but industry efficiency is going to be of limited value here because we're going to be mostly sitting on food. So actually, maybe we should do it here. Yeah, this will help get this city up to speed a little bit faster, which is valuable. And again, our front with pink is basically safe. We don't really have to think about it very much. So what is our approval level right now? 68. So market would not be a bad play. Let's go ahead and get Central Market. Okay, yeah, this is a good question. Now, what are these guys for? I guess we should probably go and explore the northern part of Parandy and see exactly what's up here. So what are we're looking at 35 booster costs? No, 30. Okay, so we're still producing more wine than we're using. Obviously, that's pretty important to me. I hate all this seaweed. Seaweed and lightning, man. It's a bad combination. Oh, here comes a neutral ship. Alright, everybody needs to get on food, because we need to get to at least 8 population. We can do 8 population plus the temple. That'll be fine. Yeah, neutral ships suck. That is a real bummer. We had it for all of, what, a turn? And it was an army of 2 boarding vessels plus another army of 1 boarding vessel. So there are 3 neutral vessels in this region just hanging out and making my life difficult. Possibly more. I was really expecting to encounter less resistance than this, given how early in the game it is. Well, now I have to flee. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movements. This should be far enough. Yeah, that sucks. I don't want to have to flee. Alright, let's get a little bit more vision. It's really important to reveal all the tiles so that you know immediately what resources you have available, like when you hit the next era and stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, all we can do with our ship is run for right now. We're going to have to get a bunch more ships. That's okay. Dardagar might actually have the time to construct some of those things. There we go. 9 pearls. Now if I can just find a good place to get 1 more pearl, we can build our altar. Defeat an avenging army for 25 emeralds. The avenging army should have spawned adjacent. Okay, it spawned over there. I'm going to go ahead and auto it. We might lose that warg, and I'm fine with it. Cool. Emeralds. Samotanda of the Draken probably has some fortresses. Usually the player who gets that gets it because they had fortresses available to them. Well, things are working out pretty well, I think. I think we're going to call it here for today. Come back next time. We've got a pretty okay little empire going. We're going to want a little bit more land than this. Hopefully we're going to be able to take it from Red. And that's it. I think our focus for now has to be building up a force and attacking Red. So come back next time to see if we're successful. And we'll see you then.